A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Films I'm Willing to Talk About Again. And now here we are today with some more stuff for me to talk about. But unfortunately, as hard as it is to believe, this film, starring the likes of Sandra Bullock, is probably not worth that much of a watch, as opposed to what we've seen throughout the year 2013. Gravity, which is simply put about a space astronaut going out on a spacewalk and accidentally getting cut off from the rest of the satellite station that's in place, getting lost in the voids of space before eventually finding her way back. What else is there to say? Well, I can't necessarily be sure about it, but the usage of space films out there has certainly been rather abundant. But for something like this, something that is as simple as having a spacewalk that goes wrong, that's pretty much all you need to know to describe the plot. An astronaut, played by Sandra Bullock, is out there in the desolate void of space after accidentally getting cut off from her own satellite, her own station. And they have little to no communication. So, that's probably just all I have to say on my behalf there. Something that has too simple of a plot with little to no interchangeability and little to no changes of all sorts of things considered. I'm probably not entirely sure of how else I could describe this one, but yet, considering how many space films have come out in more recent years, it's probably not that surprising. But yet, when it comes to having space films in recent years, considering the many innovations that have taken place since the first inception of a spaceship that American astronauts, for example, would use to travel to the stars, out to different planets, out to different moons, etc. We've certainly begun to see a lot of trendy space subjects out there, because in 2018 with Ryan Gosling's First Man, and in 2019 with Gerard Butler and the likes of all other known actors. Of course, Gerard Butler and Ad Astra is not really a thing. So of course, who do they put in there? Well, they simply put Brad Pitt into the works. And whatever happened to Butler? Well, I'd probably have to mention that Butler's works as an astronaut in the film Geostorm, which I have talked about last year, was also a pretty prevalent thing, but it's not as prevalent about space. It's more about what happens on Earth because of a certain governmental project that takes place within the film, but that's besides the point. Having Brad Pitt in Ad Astra, having Ryan Gosling in First Man, having Gerard Butler in Geostorm, and having Sandra Bullock in Gravity. The key word that I'm beginning to see here is the fact that they've taken one well-known, likable film star and put them into the desolate void of space. I do find that to be a bit of a trendy topic that keeps on giving and giving and giving. But in all seriousness though, there's probably not much else for me to say. At least just for the fact that this is a film about an astronaut out there in space. What more is there to say? Nothing, I guess. So if you want to see more of that on my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.